Hello.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
Good. How was your
Okay,
day?
let me make sure that the volume is okay for everybody. All right, say something.
Testing.
Okay, that was had a little bit of background noise, but I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's it going?
Uh, just life things, or I think
Yeah, I
things
mean,
are good.
I was just
Yeah, I don't know. Things are good. Yeah.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah, cool.
Playing Melee.
And so, what do you want to go over today?
Uh, so I sent the Slippy VODs. I don't know if you downloaded
Yeah,
those.
I saw.
But so sort of my plan was I have sort of my own conclusions like first, and I wanted you to go over that, like do the thing where you just, you know, watch it for a couple of minutes. You form your own thoughts, and then I kind of want to hear what you have to say, and I want to see like how that sort of conflicts or align with like my own thoughts on the
Okay.
subject.
All right, that
Yeah,
sounds good.
yeah.
So, do you want me to start watching it, or do you just want to say what you're thinking first?
Uh, I'll have you watch it first.
Okay, okay. Edwin Bird song.
That's a '70s. I like to have like really obscure like music things.
I see.
Yeah.
Hmm. Are you more concerned with punish or neutral during this?
Definitely punish. I don't know
O-
if you how much
Okay.
you remember of our last lesson, but
I
that's what.
I honestly don't remember it very
Yeah,
well.
yeah, it's fine. Uh,
What did we go over?
so I mean, we basically concluded that the stuff, the movement that I'm doing, and the stuff I'm doing, and like that's fine, but I couldn't really like. I wasn't really getting anything off of like when I would get a hit. I basically really just didn't have a punish whatsoever, and most of it was just conceptual, like us talking about like trees and how it works and like how I could go about
Okay,
doing
okay.
that.
That
Yeah,
makes sense. That sounds familiar.
and your advice to me was just to sort of like the way we came about it was I would talk about like how you practice punishes on FD, and like you'll get to like 1%, like you know chain grab, and then okay, we're at this percent, what are my options out of this, and then you like build a flow chart, and then you
Hmm.
said to just literally do that with like versus Falco and Fox or like other like really flow chart.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I remember that now.
Yeah, so i I was apprehensive, like I was gonna do it, but I've been waiting to start a lesson until like I knew that I had made progress.
That's the
And
best idea, honestly.
yeah, because most of the time, like that's why I have my own thoughts, because I
Mm-hmm.
want to see like if I'm getting lessons at the right time, if there's like something, if I'm actually stuck, or if it's something I could just solve on my own.
Okay.
Because it's very important to me that I'm like coming to the right conclusion and like
That's a
in
good
terms of like the way
perspective
I
to
play.
take.
Yeah, because I'm like really hyped when I have like an analysis or something, and I talk with someone like, yeah, I think that's like how I play, or like because there are like top players that are just like delusional about how they play. Like I don't know.
Oh,
They
it's
like
very difficult. It's almost impossible, I would say, to correctly self-analyze your play
yeah.
style. That's like a really difficult one, but just saying it like that, it's very true. There's definitely a lot of delusional is the word I would use people about their play style.
Yeah, I really don't want to be that. I just want to be like honest with myself and like most things. So
Okay, so here's the screen share.
also, I feel like this is Yort, if you know Yort.
Yeah, yeah, Falco. I know that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know him,
Um.
but I know of him.
Yeah. He was trying to lab really weird power shield stuff, like power shield up tilt. So you might see him like dash dance around shield or something. But
Okay.
doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was funny.
Alright, so first combo you get. So, up air at 0, not the best opener. especially
Yeah,
because he's on the ground.
it.
Yeah.
I know it's not good, but it's like when I'm trying to like build like ranges for things because I'm just to like get a feel because I was spreading my time between like Fox and Marth and a bunch of different characters.
Yeah, I think you said
So
like Sheik too.
yeah, so I don't like know the exact. It's sort of like with dash attack. Like I'm trying to find because there are certain percents where dash attack is like the best option, but you have to use it sparingly. And I'm trying to like experiment, and sometimes I'll just do the wrong things at like certain percents. But
Mm-hmm.
also the falling up air, it feels so good. Like I my brain sort of just like defaults to it 'cause it feels
No, it
like
feels great because you don't have to get an opener. You just go right into the combo.
yeah, basically
No, that's I think that is why, but it's just generally not that great. And even though you hit it, like if you're gonna go for this, at least make sure that it'll knock down. Like
yeah
up air knocks down really early, but it's not gonna knock down literally at 0
yeah
unless you double hit it. So like if you just shot 2 lasers before this would be much better just because it would
yeah.
knock down. But okay, so you get the grab, the up tilt. I like that up tilt a lot actually. Like before the knockdown percent, like it just pretty much gives you whatever you want most of the time. Okay, this is fine. I like the up smash. Um, I would have probably liked to see just another up smash here.
Okay.
Like right here, it looks like you have time
So
to hit
I
another one.
I've been doing the really like bad up on control stick, up on C stick, and I'm trying to
Oh,
learn the claw.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward, but I'm learning it. I'm like trying to implement it.
Well,
So
I did up on both, and I also used uh up Z to JC grab for like until
uh,
like 2018 or something, and it was awful. So the
yeah,
sooner you can fix that, the better. There's
yeah, yeah,
literally so many tournament sets that I lost back in like 2014 because I would dash dance and then I would try to JC grab out of dash dance and I would try to do like left right up Z or whatever, and
yeah, yeah,
it was awful.
yeah.
Okay, so you missed this, but you get the shine. This was really good that you caught the shine there. Then you see the get up attack. So the options you have here are basically you can actually up air this, like you can time an up air on this. You can up smash this,
Yeah.
or you can grab this because you have basically this takes so long that you can do any option you want.
Yeah.
So doing the shine here is like the least value option because all it does is make it so that you have to do another tech chase, whereas like it adds like 5% or 6% and then you get another tech chase, whereas like you already had the option to like get your best option out of the tech chase.
Yeah, yeah.
So the shine is
Exactly.
really tempting in some cases because then you don't really have to like react as much because like you got over here, you got like, oh, he techs in place, you just shine. Like you don't have to worry about the hard, not the hard, like the hard reactions or whatever. But then like in a case like this, it's definitely best like to use one of your higher value moves.
Yeah, I think the reason I'm doing it is because I'm really scared of get up attacks. I've been like hurt by it, so I don't know. I think in my mind it's like a really safe option, sort of.
Well, I guess it's because like the get up attack is already over. Like he already hits on this side, so you have all the time in the world basically.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I meant to wave dash jab, but I got a nail
Right
it.
here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna mention that, so it's a good thing you mentioned that you didn't mean to do that. This is a small thing, and it's probably not even that relevant at like the level you're at. But whenever you're dropping off platforms onto a shield at this percent or whatever, not at this percent in this situation, and even like top foxes, I get mad at them for doing this. Always nair here because it'll give you a later hit on the shield, like to run off a nair, like here, than doing this because this is always super punishable on shield. Like he has a ton of time to hit you. So that's just something small, not really anything big to focus on. Was that a wave dash you have also?
The dash attack.
Yeah,
I think I was trying to read him. I was trying to read him lasering. So
I
that's
see.
it.
Okay, so basically, against Falco, don't ever dash attack, ever, unless it's going to be a dash attack where if he DIs in, the up smash will kill. Like if you dash attack him at like 115 or something, and then he pops up, and then you get the up smash afterward. That's the only dash attack you should ever use against Falco. I know it's really tempting, and I've done 5 million bad dash attacks against Falco, but they almost never work out right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I messed up my turnaround there.
Oh yeah, I don't care about stuff like that. Like these type of situations like aren't really super relevant. I mostly care about like what you're gonna do out of true neutral. That was really good. I like that a lot. That was like the optimal, like perfect thing to do there. So good job there. I definitely think more dash dancing in neutral would be really good. Because he's not even shooting lasers here, so like you have access to like.
So this dash dance he's doing, this is him trying to get the power shield thing he was doing, and it's throwing me off because it's something I'm trying to fix, but I play very reactively out of the laser. I don't like force myself into situations. I'm like letting them take control, and something I'm trying to fix, like adding in like running shines and whatnot. And
actually, like that's fair actually. I think a lot of foxes play like that. So okay, I like to use drill in neutral. I would also, so like in this type of situation, I know the up air feels great, but like full hop down air is significantly better here.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens. Okay, missed the confirm. Okay, that was a good up tilt. Let's see. Okay, that was good.
Could just up aired. But...
Yeah, I think the up air was better there, but it worked out.
He does a lot of really funny corner stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. When you're in the corner like that, it's kind of just player versus player a lot of times. Okay, that was a good up air. Yeah, so even though that worked out, I'd really recommend against those dash attacks.
Yeah, the reason I'm actually dash attacking like this is because I was listening to like a really hype song, and I hadn't taken a game off him, and I really I got to last stock, and I really wanted to beat him, and it was just sort of like yeah.
So I oh, no, 1 second. Somebody set the title wrong. Okay, so listening to very intense music is actually the best excuse for dash attacking I've ever heard, because I think that definitely has made me dash attack a lot of times before. But if you really want to win, the answer is to not dash attack there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you saying when it comes to like last stock, like I don't know, I think I heard you say this, but like just do like play how you would normally play. Don't don't go for like gambles. Just play.
Yeah, that's definitely like the best basis for how you should approach last stock. I think sometimes people at high level, you'll see them go for kind of crazy things last stock, but I think that like that's built on top of a solid basis generally for last stock.
Yeah.
Okay, so my analysis of this match in general is it seems like you don't know exactly what you're going for. Like there's not it doesn't seem like as orderly, I guess, as it could be in terms of like being able to say like, okay, you went for like this exact mix up here or something like that. So like for example, okay, so like let's find a situation where it's kind of like, okay, so you said that was a mistake, but you're honestly going for wave dash jab in that situation isn't good anyway, because it's like, oh, he's going for the wave dash jab mix up, and it's like, okay, so if Falco is on the ground, the wave dash jab does nothing. If Falco is in the air, he can just aerial and it'll hit right through the jab, and if Falco dashes out of the way, Falco can potentially pressure you, and if Falco attacks, then he hits you out of the wave dash. And so even though it is like a mix-up, it's not a standard mix-up, and that's because it has bad risk-reward.
Yeah.
And then, okay, let's find the next thing you do. So you do this off the platform, shield pressure thing. This is fine, I think, if you use Nair here.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, I'm watching for something else. Okay, so you're in this situation. I want to see what you do here. So the situation that is basically supposed to happen here is that if the Fox thinks that the Falco is going to laser, then it'll be a instant dash in there or an instant dash into a jump shine. And then if you think Falco is going to up tilt, your options are dash back, dash in, grab, or dash back, dash in, full hop down air, or full hop down air. Like, basically, that is all you should really be doing there. Or you can do dash away, dash in, short hop drill.
Yeah, I already know. The first thing I'm thinking is, oh, he's going to shield. But I guess that's not what I do. Oh, I guess I back off.
So you back off. I guess that's, like, okay, but it certainly isn't, like, what I would expect out of that. And then you go for this dash attack. There's no reason to go for this. I would not do that.
Yeah.
So basically, like, I'm looking for more of these standard mix-ups. Okay, so you missed the grab. I'm not going to get after you for that. It just happens. And yeah, this is like nothing. Missed the back air. That's fine. You got this kill. Okay, so this was good. The down tilt there, perfect. And I remember mentioning that the first time through. So yeah, so like once again, it's like, okay, so here we are. We're in like a sort of standard neutral situation. His invincibility runs out right here, and then okay, so I guess you go for this because you think he's gonna like short hop dare underneath you or something, but even then, like, it's not actually gonna get you anything. Okay, so let's see. So okay, here we go. So you're in neutral against him again after this up air edge cancel. Okay, so you're here, and you have kind of similar options to before, you know, like the ones I just explained. And so those, like at least like one of those should be coming out, but instead you do spot dodge and then roll, and it's just kind of like, okay, so that's not really it. So here you go. So you do this dash dance drill, and I think this is fine with most of the time, but the issue here is that because he's dash dancing, he doesn't really have a chance of doing an up tilt. Most of the time out of dash dance, Falcos will either aerial or they'll short hop laser, and drill is fine against short hop laser and aerials, but like usually not the best option here. So a lot of times if he's dash dancing, you either want to go for like a full hop mix up, which will force him to stalemate with a short hop laser, or if he short hop aerials or he up tilts, you'll be able to hit it. Or not up tilt, if he like down tilts or something like that, or running shines, you'll be able to hit it. And then yeah, so okay, so there's that, and then you get this. So now you're back in neutral, and I know you said you wanted to go over punish, but I do think this is pretty linked up, where like you'll be able to get a lot more. Like basically, it's much easier to flowchart your punishes if the way you're entering your punishes is from sort of like a neutral mix-up that you like, a common neutral mix-up. Like if you go for like sort of like a common mix-up in a situation and then you hit it, you kind of know what tree comes after that. Whereas if you're sort of playing a bit looser in neutral and not really making as much sense, I guess, then like there's not as much of a reason, or there's you're not going to have as much familiarity with the types of combos that come out of that as it compared to if you played more orderly.
So that was basically my hypothesis, like going in as to what I was doing, because like I have like some things I can get openings out of, and but there are just like certain situations where I just don't have a flow chart, or I'm sort of like lost, and I'm like improvising, or I'm doing sort of, I don't know, I don't know what like the right option is out of like certain scenarios, and I end up getting reversal a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, I'll hit a combo, and then like a lot of combos, it's not 100% like true zero to death that you can do. Like there's a lot of the times, like there's neutral, there's like tech chasing like in the combo, and it's like what to do after to like extend it, to like extend my advantage, that I get like lost, I get tripped up, and then I don't know what to do, and I'll get reversaled. Or stuff out of hit stun, especially if, I don't know if it didn't happen a lot this game, but I tend to like react out of hit stun, and I don't really like
Wait, react out of being hit or hitting them?
Once I get out of a combo, like once they end a combo, I'm sort of like reacting as to what to do. I don't really have like an intuitive like way to act out of pressure. It's like my first instinct. Like there's a lot of times where I'll be in a combo. A lot of times it'll happen like if I get out of a combo unexpectedly when I expect it to go longer, I'll just be like standing still for a few seconds. I think I am just like a pretty reactive type of player. It's something. It's why I stopped playing Marth.
So when you're feeling sort of overwhelmed with options like that, usually there's two sort of directions you can come from. You can say, here's this familiar situation that confuses me, and what has my opponent done in this situation before? So basically, like, when you're confused and you get hit, you can take a look at the VOD or whatever and see, like, okay, what did my opponent then do in that situation where I was confused? Then you can sort of go through each option by saying, okay, so next time I'm in that situation, I'm going to defend against that particular option that my opponent keeps choosing. Yeah. And then your opponent will do something that beats your response, and then you say, okay, is there a way for me to beat both of those with some other action, or do I have to do like a mix-up there?
Yeah.
And then the opposite way to look at it, if you don't like maybe as much analyzing like a particular opponent, you can look at the situation and not look at what they did necessarily, but like pause the VOD and say like, okay, like, if I was my opponent here, like, which options would I want to do? Like, which options give me the highest value here? And then think, like, okay, so based on what this character would want to do here, what should I be doing to avoid those different options? Like, as my opponent, what is the most annoying thing that the Fox in pressure would be doing in this situation?
Yeah.
So it's like there's multiple angles you can look at a confusing situation in that can help you get like a better handle on it, rather than a lot of times people will just be like, oh, I'm confused, and they're next to me, and I just got out of a combo, and I feel like they could do anything. But if you actually think of it like the other player is a person too, and they're like, okay, I just dropped my combo. What do I want out of this situation to keep it going or start a second combo and stuff like that?
Yeah.
But like, you can always break it down in a super simple way by just focusing on like, what are the one or two options that either happen or does my opponent want, and then like literally blind counter those and then see what happens to you.
Yeah. So this definitely, when I was like 2 or 3 months into the game, I'm such like when I first started playing, I just thought like the game was like chess. Like if I had, I don't know, if I picked up on something my opponent was doing, and I picked the right thing, then I would just like win because I was like the smarter player, and that's what I valued. Like I would just play my best friend, and he would play Ganon, and I played like Luigi and Falco, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought like if I just read him, and if I did like smart stuff, then I would naturally just win, and that's not what happened, and I would lose like 100 games in a row because I didn't like practice things. But even I have like notes of myself like 3 months into this game of like taking down notes for like Marth versus Falco when I could like barely wave dash, and
Mm-hmm.
so as I was like realizing what I actually needed to work on, I put that like part of myself in terms of like improvement on the back burner
Mm-hmm.
because like yeah that stuff's good but it's not what you need to like work on right now, and I started actually like practicing like the actual moving the character
Mm-hmm.
and punishes and stuff like that, and now I'm sort of back at the place where I need to like do what I was doing before and actually maybe start like thinking again and like start because like I'm the type of person where my first instinct was like for this situation that I'm in that I just need to play more, and if I just play more then I'll build flowcharts for these situations and I'll know what to do, but like the more I'm thinking about it, I don't really I think that's part of it, but I need to like I need to actually like get the idea. I don't think it's going to come to me like naturally. I need to actually like
Yeah, a lot of times it requires like a conscious effort to learn a specific situation, and like it requires some form of like labeling or like categorization so that like you can know exactly like what like you have all these experiences, but it's if you don't know like how to categorize them and how to organize these experiences, like that you can't draw as much from them.
yeah.
So one thing that I think that you can do is like it's like you can very forcibly reduce complexity. So so it's kind of like notice like how like what Yort is doing. So like you mentioned that like he keeps doing this dash dance trying to not this one, but he kept trying to do that other dash dance trying to get the power shield up tilt.
Yeah.
And it's like what he is doing is basically there's a lot of situations where the power shield up tilt can come up, but like it's very difficult to just sort of be like, power shield up tilting would be really good, and then you just kind of play the game and hope that eventually you somehow are able to power shield up tilt. So
Yeah.
what he's doing is he's forcing power shield up tilt to come up significantly more often so that he
Uh,
can practice it.
yeah.
And so something you can do, like this is just an example, it's not that you necessarily have to do this, but maybe not versus Yort, but maybe versus, some unranked Falcos or something like that.
Yeah.
What you can do is like literally only full hop dare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's basically like, okay, all I'm doing is dash dancing and full hop daring in different ways, trying to hit Falco. And then every time the full hop dare hits, then it's like full hop dare shine or something like that, right? So you like
Yeah.
land full hop dare shine, and then it's like it goes from like, well, I land full hop shine, full hop drill shine, maybe once every couple games, and then it comes up so fast, and I'm not sure like what to do out of it, and I kind of end up just throwing out a move and hoping that it kind of works, and it's like if you spend an entire game and you're like, okay, the only openings I will get this whole game are full hop drill into a combo, then it forces that situation to come up more, and it also like focuses your brain in on like I am now building a flowchart for full hop drill shine because that is
Yeah.
the only thing I am even capable of doing. That is the only situation that can ever even come up. And so then it gives you a bit more order, and then you say, okay, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to up smash Falco in neutral. Like if you're close to Falco and you just run up and up smash. And that is a mix-up that sometimes like people like Leffen will do. And it's not great in neutral, but like by doing it a bunch of times, then you go, okay, at some percents or in some situations, it doesn't give me a combo, and in some it does. And in the situations where it does give me a combo, I can follow up with, a tech chase into another up smash or a tech chase grab. and stuff like that. So like by like specifically labeling these situations of like, this is the opening that I get, and then you don't need to, maybe only do it, but you can focus very heavily on like creating it over and over, and a lot of times do it against someone that you're not concerned with winning against.
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and you get it, and then you go, oh, okay, so when I full hop, drill, shine, and someone's in the corner, then they just grab ledge. And you go, okay, so that's not the best option there. But I could do full hop, drill, grab, or full hop, drill, up tilt in the corner. And so, like, by doing it a ton of times, you get to flesh out this little part of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds solid.
And I think that sort of thing, because it feels very, like, intuitive, the options you're doing, and, like, it doesn't feel like you're practicing things when I'm watching this. Like, I don't feel any sense of practice. It's just kind of like play. And I feel like what you want is when you're playing, it should trigger your practice. Like, it should be like, okay, like, what'll happen is when you practice a situation over and over, and like very deliberate practice of like specific situations, then when you see it in game, it actually feels really different. It's like hard to even describe the feeling of like, you see it and your brain goes, oh, that's that like Uncle Punch situation, or oh, that's that situation I was practicing all day yesterday. And it's just so much more familiar and like easier to recognize situations, even out of like a fast match like this where you're just kind of throwing, like, even if in neutral, if you're just kind of throwing stuff out and doing whatever, eventually you'll like land like a full hop drill or something, and then your brain will go like, aha, like that's the thing, and then it's so much easier to work off.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get, I think it's a shadow play, like a clipping software, so that I can just like a situation will happen, like maybe I'll be confused or something like that. I press the clip button, saves it. I can go back and I can watch it.
that's actually a really good idea. I should probably do something like that.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna look into that. Something I've been meaning to do for a while.
Okay, so I'm assuming this will be kind of a similar issue, but I just think it's funny that you're like 0%. That's my short hop up air, and it's like, that's not your short hop up air, dude. That'll never be your short hop up air. You do
I don't
not
know.
want that.
I do like chilling a lot. I don't know. I do love the short hop up air. Because it is kind of like a practice thing I was doing, because I was trying to figure out like how to get stuff off of it. But I think I've learned what I've gotten out of, trying to short hop up air a lot, or just doing like falling up air in general. And now I need to like sort of refine it, because I figured out like sort of where it's good.
A lot of times against Falco, the falling up air is mostly useful as a combo tool, or like a very obvious whiff punish. Like, let's say you full hop and then Falco like let's say Falco's at 40%, and like you want to make sure that he can't like CC it or something at like 10%. Like he can just CC up air for like a decent amount of low percents. But if he, like, let's say he's at 40 and you're standing there and you full hop above Falco and then he forward smashes underneath you, a lot of times if you land the drill, that gives him counterplay, like he can SDI out of the drill, or like you drill and you have to do a grab, which is a really precise input, or you drill and you shine and you give him the chance to tech away, which gives you no combos. And then so there, in that situation, the falling up air out of the full hop is like correct. But in a situation like this, like where he's in neutral and you just kind of want to get this up air here, it's bad. Like it doesn't matter how many times it'll help you out or you think it's a good idea, it's not. It's just bad.
Yeah. The only real like situations that I think like stick out, like maybe it's not even good, but when you were like talking about like an example, like what I think of is like, oh, they do like the dumb sort of like approaching laser, and then they'll like approach with an aerial, and I'll just like full hop falling up air onto them. I don't even know if that's like the best option out of that. But
so you're saying like if you full hop and they whiff an aerial underneath you?
Yeah.
So if you have time to do it and they're at a percentage where it's good, like if they're at like 100, it's not that good because it'll hit them up, but you can't combo them out of it.
Yeah.
But if they're at like combo percents, like 30 or 40 or 50 or something, that up air is like definitely what you want if you have time to do it. Like the problem is that up air is a lot slower than Fox's other aerials, especially if you're trying to just second hit the up air. And it also comes out like on the opposite side of Fox's body, right? Like you're falling with the up air and the hitboxes for the up air are like above your body.
Yeah.
So like you're putting your hurt boxes ahead of your hitboxes, and also the hitboxes are pretty tiny, and so that's why a lot of times this move, like up air, is a lot better as a combo move, or like I said, as like a direct whiff punish. So if you full hop, somebody does a dumb aerial underneath you, and you can actually land that up air, you should do it.
Yeah. The only other up air, the only up air I know I do, it's basically just like stomp out of shield, like, you know, where Falcons will do like a dumb, it's not good, but when it hits, it's really funny and it feels good. I'll do like up air out of shield when they do like, I don't know, when they're not confident in their shield pressure, or they'll do something stupid out of shield, or maybe they'll cross me up. I'll do like a short hop up air out of shield, and I can just shine out of shield in most of those times, which I'm trying to learn. That's something like I want to do, but I have like other things I need to work on, like the stuff we were talking about. But yeah,
I think like there's a lot of things in this game that like are nice when they work, and then when they don't work, it's not very nice, and it's kind of like, if you want to just sort of have fun and you're just kind of hanging out, you know, with your friends or something, and you're trying to like land a combo, yes, that's fine. But if you're like legitimately trying to improve at the game, those type of options are like not what you want to do. Like those type of options, like up air out of shield, like basically it's the same thing I was saying before with like the top players, where you'll see them kind of go for wacky things last stock, but it's because they have a solid basis already. And it's kind of the same thing where like up air out of shield in some weird situation, like like Mango might be able to hit that on someone in some random situation, but like you need to know the correct options there first, and you need to be able to play the standard game with standard situations and like clearly good risk reward and stuff like that without like defaulting to options that aren't good but they feel good when they hit. Like you've said that a few times, like it just feels really nice when like this works or whatever, but like that is something you want to avoid for like quite a while. Is that up air? Because okay, it's the equivalent of like, so like in this situation, you doing this up air is literally the equivalent of you're just like, please, it's like it's just desperate. Like you're just begging. Like you're just like, please be. It's not even like you're begging with him to do the option you want. Like you're not even like, please up tilt here so I can get this opening. You're literally just like, please be bad, please be awful. Like please just fall into this so I don't have to put in any effort and I don't have to be good, and it'll just look like I'm good already, and then I'll feel good about myself. And it's like, no, like you don't want to be that kind of person. Like, you know, like in the game at all. Like that's not what you want. You want it to feel like you're this force of nature where like no matter what they do, you're choosing the correct option. Like you said, like it's kind of like chess. Like it is really similar to that. And it's kind of like you're basically playing chess and you're going for like that like 4-move cheese or whatever, and you're just kind of like, please be awful, like please, like this will be so sick, like I'll beat you in 4 moves, like everyone will get hype. And it's like, is that the way to get good at chess? You know, like no. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be the guy just sitting there begging for someone to be bad until he is.
It is just like, I mean, the reason I do it is just like operant conditioning, like the pigeon, you know, gets corn when it taps the button.
Bro, are you a pigeon? Is that what you're saying right now?
I mean, I'm like tapping on the button, like, where's my corn? Where's my corn? That's basically what I'm doing.
Give me that corn! Give it to me! It's like It's like, okay, it's basically the pigeon hammering on the button to get the corn, except like the corn only happens if like the person like the machine that's giving out the corn literally breaks, you know? Like it's not supposed to even happen. Like it just happens only when you get unbelievably lucky, and that is like that's not the type of play you want.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like, you know, like somebody's like an outfielder in baseball, and there's like a hit, and they just kind of hold their glove out, and they're like, man, it would be so sick if the ball just landed right in my glove. And like people would be like, wow, his eyes were closed and the ball just landed right in his glove, like he's amazing. And you're like, yeah, it did totally happen that one time, and then the ball just like hits you in the face, you know? And it's like,
yeah.
So you got to stay focused on like playing the game in the most correct way you can. Like you said, you mentioned chess before, so I think that's a good analogy of like you want to play solid, you want to minimize your risks, and you want to basically allow your opponent to potentially blunder, but in ways that like allow you to stay safe. And then if they don't, you try to use baits and reads and stuff like that to basically get into advantageous situations and then do a standard mix-up.
Yeah.
I just love that. You're like, so yeah, I'm basically just a pigeon. Like, no, I believe you are more than that. I have faith that you can grow beyond the pigeon brain, okay? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, it is how it works. There's up air again. Okay, there's the combo. You missed the 50-50. You got that. Gonna ignore that. Like, things that are obviously bad that you can look at and be like, that's bad. Like, there's no reason for me to comment on that. It's mostly the things that, like, you might think are kind of good ideas that, like, definitely aren't. That are the things, like, I want to kind of go into.
Yeah.
Okay, that was definitely, you should have up-aired after this. Like, right here. This is definitely, like, a falling... Like, at this percent, you can react to everything. So you can do, like, full hop falling up air, and then if he tech rolls to the side, you can, like, tech chase up smash or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that was like okay. It wasn't a great mix-up, but at least you did the drill there. Okay, so here's a situation where I feel like you might be treating Falco with a bit too much respect. Like when you jump over and do this shine here, like yeah. Okay, so like let's watch strictly from Yort's perspective here, okay? So he's like, okay, so he sees the fox. He shields because he thinks you're going to attack him.
Yeah.
And then, so he goes, okay, maybe he's not. So he goes for this laser. He gets the laser. He takes some space. You jump over this, which is fine. But then, like, basically he ends up in not a great position. And it seems like you're just kind of, like, afraid of him. Like, he basically, like, by standing here, he kind of gets this whole bubble of, like, space where you're kind of like, I don't want to get hit by any of his moves in here. And, like, you need to realize that also as Fox, you have, like, an even more aggressive bubble that Falco is also having to, like, watch out for.
Yeah, that's, like, what I was talking about. That this is sort of my autopilot, is that I just play around, like, I'm playing entirely... Like, my autopilot is just the full hop, and, like, the basic thing is just for me, like, him to full hop, and then... Or, like, I'll full hop, he'll run in, do something stupid, and I'll get something off of it. I'm like, playing entirely... off of like reaction and him being stupid, and that's like my autopilot that I'm trying to like get rid of. And actually, because I was so used to getting, you know, Falco is the character that he's the most common, and he's like really good starting out because he has strong neutral, he has strong punish, and I got beat up by so many Falcos that it's sort of like PTSD in my memory that I have to like respect him, which I
feel you on that. A lot of top players actually suffer from that too.
Yeah, and I need to like, cause I like right away like seeing like it's sort of what it reminds me of is like when you're Marth and you have a fox like dash dancing close at your range, and you have to guess while he's in the dash dance, the fox can react to like almost like most of the things you do, and not really like go, like the fox is in like the good position, and it's like I'm in that position as the fox, and I'm just like respecting too much, and I don't want to like go in because I'm scared. When in reality, I'm not understanding that I'm in like a really advantageous spot, and I'm not taking advantage of it.
Right. So the way I like to describe it is reactions are very important. And so what happens is imagine like a perfect version of you fighting yourself. And imagine that like basically every time you kind of try to go in on the other guy, he kind of full hops away and he's like, "Okay, like make a mistake," and you don't make a mistake, right?
Yeah.
And then you go in on him and then he full hops, or sorry, it happens basically the other way around too. And so basically both players trying to react to the other player, nothing will ever happen. In like a world where both players are correct. So like basically the idea is kind of like if your opponent will give you something for free, you should always take it. And so like if you can react to something your opponent does and excuse me. If you can react to something your opponent does and supply the appropriate counterplay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if something is reactable and you can just like whiff punish it, like somebody forward smashes in center stage and you can just run up and grab or run up and up smash them or something like that, you should do it, and you should also be ready for that to happen. So like that is like the first layer is like if I could play this game with complete reactivity and my opponent, and honestly, there's a lot of people I can beat like this where you just kind of stand near them and then you dash back and then they try to hit you and you grab them and kill them. If you can do that and that will beat someone, you should do it every time. But what happens is when you reach a certain level of play, people won't give up their stocks so easily. And they won't allow you to win on pure reaction. And so the thing is, you can get really far on pure reaction and punish. Like, depending on your talents like, gamer talents, basically, of being able to press buttons really fast and react really fast all the time and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you can push that pretty far. But eventually, you reach a level where people aren't going to, like, let that work out. At least not all the time. Like, at top level, there's definitely still a lot of situations where somebody does something bad and you can whiff punish it. And, like, whiff punishes are still really common. But it doesn't work as a whole. So what you do is you get that down, or which you seem to, like, already, like, kind of have that in your head, that that's a good thing to do. And it is. But what happens is if your opponent doesn't give that to you, you have to move on to the next layer. So basically, like, when I play pools against people at, like, a national, I almost exclusively just react to the dumb things they do and win. Because it's risk-free. Right? Like, you don't have to worry about making a bad decision if all you're doing is waiting for them to whiff and then you hit them.
Yeah.
So then the layer on top of that is the mix-up game, which is basically there's like 3 options you can do in a situation, and it's unreactable. There's a lot of unreactable things in the game. There's an unreactable situation where your opponent would need to do different responses to handle different things. So, like, a good example is like let's say you just nair in randomly on your opponent. Yeah. Then let's say they shield the nair. And like let's say you do an early nair and then they shield it. That beats your early nair and they will shine out of shield you. But like let's say instead of the nair you run up and grab and then they shield the grab, then you grab them out of it. So there's like that's like a potential like mix up. And so, because they can't react to which one you're doing, and those 2 things require different responses. And there's some things that'll work against both of those things, like dashing back, maybe. And so that's why the mix-up game goes deeper than that. But basically, your goal is... I've actually been explaining this to people a lot recently. Your goal is use your reactions and sort of like baiting and stuff in neutral. Like basically, you kind of want to keep yourself safe, kind of want to pressure people to get yourself into good situations. And once you're in a good situation, like positionally in terms of like the stage, like obviously if your opponent is on the side platform and you're on the top platform, you don't want to full hop aerial onto them as Fox because they can just react to that. It's not a good position to be in. If you run off aerial, you just fall to the ground. They're safe here for most situations. Yeah. So it's like you wait until you get a good position and then you do a mix-up.
Oh, okay.
That is like what your goal should basically be. And that's why I was saying like basically try to only use like, for example, full hop dare shine, like full hop drill shine, because then it's like you use your reactions, you're dash dancing in neutral, you're trying not to get hit, and then once you see a situation where it might work, then you I do my mix up, and it's like you'll never know for sure whether one of your options is the correct option before you do it, because the whole point is that it's an unreactable situation. But what you can do is you can look for small cues in what your opponent is doing, such as, like, for instance, like, a lot of times if your opponent is going to do a basic dare, like, the reason why you full hop is not because you react to them doing a dare, because notice that he's not doing the dare here.
Yeah.
What you actually are reacting to is him dashing at you.
Yeah.
So that is because if he starts the dare here, it's not reactable. You can't react to the dare already here and then full hop out of the way and hit him. So you then react to his dash in. So then what he could be doing here is he can say, okay, he full hops when I dash in. Well, let's say you try to full hop aggressively kind of right here. Then he can say, okay, what I can do is I can dash in and then just jump up and shine here. And then you'll jump into his shine or whatever like that. So you can kind of like, by using your opponent's attempts to react to you, you can create advantageous situations. So like the reaction is important, but it gets sort of like outclassed, or like there's like a layer on top of the reactions, which is like using the reactions in neutral against them to create advantageous situations from which you can do mix-ups. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Trying to think of. That's something I'm definitely gonna go back in the VODs. I have like a rough idea, but that's something I'm gonna have to think a bit more about, but we can move on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, up air. Okay, I like that a lot. That was a really good up tilt.
Yeah.
So this is a really bad habit that you and everyone else in the world has, is that using back air too much against Falco, because it's a solid hit and you don't have to worry. So like if you hit this back air, you're like, nice, like I hit him kind of hard. Maybe I'll get a good situation out of this, but this isn't actually what you want to do here, because it doesn't have like a high return value. Yeah. So like it's very easy to get in this habit, and I have gotten into it too at points where you're just kind of full hop back airing Falco over and over. But like what this basically does is it creates a situation where like you're basically bearing Falco over and over again and hoping for like a good outcome, which isn't very likely, and it basically makes it so you have to get like 20 neutral openings per stock or something, and then Falco is playing the same way as he always was. He doesn't have to get that many neutral openings per stock still, because he's Falco, you know, he just gets a down air shine and then he can kill you in 1 or 2 combos. And so it basically like gives Falco the advantage in the matchup because you don't have a high ratio of neutral openings to kills.
Yeah.
So yeah, even in this situation, like this is a situation where like you could have definitely up tilted here and kept the combo going, but because you go for the back air of like, nice, like I can get him off stage and I don't have to worry about it too much, then you know he gets to recover. There's the back air again. It's really easy to fall into that habit. You gotta watch out for that. There's the back air again.
Yeah. This is like 100. This is what my autopilot basically looks like against Falco. Is me doing that.
Mm-hmm. And I've been there too. There was literally like a whole period of time where that was my entire autopilot against Falco. And you just need to make sure that like you stay focused on like what will actually kill Falco. With like a grab or something, grab into tech chase up smash and something like that. That'll definitely kill Falco. There's you going for the up air at 0 again. It seems like something you kind of do every stock, and it's not really something you want to make a habit out of doing. But then you're like, but look, 12 up airs later, he just kind of jumps into it, and you're like, see, come on, fiction, it was worth it. Look at that beautiful up air, and it's like, no, that's not what you want.
Yeah.
What you want is like, so it's basically like everyone wants to be the cool guy in this game. Like, everybody wants to be the guy who, he played the stocks just right. Nobody really understands how. He made his millions. He retires at 25. Everyone wants that. But, like, that is not how this game works. What you need to do is you need to become the boring salaryman who just goes to work every day, 9 to 5, makes his pretty good salary, and he just keeps making more. He makes like $100K a year, and then you're like, all right, so I've been making $100K a year for like 5 years. Like, I'm bored with my life. I hate everything. But you've been doing everything consistently, and you've been making a bunch of solid money, and you're like, all right, now what I can do is I can just go off and do some sick stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, you need kind of, like, this sort of, like, boring, solid foundation. And it's not really boring. It's definitely not as boring as, like, a 9 to 5. But, like, you need, like, this feeling of kind of, like, when you autopilot, it should feel like you're kind of killing him the same way over and over. And it's kind of like the stock starts. They kind of run around for a second. Fox suddenly lands a drill into a shine, into a tech chase, into a grab, up throw, tech chase on platform, up air, back air, into it, like ledge dash, edge guard, or gets up from the edge into a grab again, into up throw, into, up tilt, into back air again. Falco goes off stage, he side beats to the stage, you up smash. And you're like, oh, okay, that's a nice stock. And the next stock starts, and he runs around for a little bit, and then you're like, oh, I landed a full hop drill again. Or, oh, I landed an up smash at 0, which is kind of like, basically, if you full hop drill, shine, and you get a tech chase into a grab at 0, that's almost exactly the same as up smashing him at 0, and he techs, and you get a tech chase into a grab. Like, those situations are kind of the same. And it should feel kind of repetitive. It should not feel very creative, for a while. It should feel kind of like, yeah, okay, here we go. I show up, I beat up Falco, okay. And then, like, after you build that foundation, you can build off of that foundation. But you need, like, it needs order,
Yeah, we talked about this before, definitely. It's, like, the example is, like, what is it, like freestyle jazz? Like, you have to know the rules
to break
before
them.
You can actually break them.
Exactly. And the best way to know the rules is not to play music until the rules become clear to you.
Yeah.
The way is to, you specifically, one at a time, learn the rules. Like, you want to learn how each move works, how it interacts, why these moves are good and these ones are bad. And, like, basically name situations. That's the most important thing. That, like, from watching your play, I think that will help you the most. Is, like I'm showing you that up air, and I'm saying, like, okay, this is that bad up air you do. Don't do that. And you're like, okay. And then it's like, all right. And then here is this good situation you do with, like, you get a tech chase or something like that. And it's like, that is, like, you want stuff to be describable, of like, I went for this mix-up, and people go, oh, I see, the full hop over drill mix-up, or oh, I see this mix-up, the run and shine to read the laser mix-up. You want it to make coherent sense, rather than just sort of like intuitive flailing based on past experience.
Yeah.
Which is basically the perfect description of like 99% of Smashers playstyles. And it's like, to get good, that is not what you need. You need to feel very, like, standard.
Yeah. I think it reminds me of, like, a tweet you did where it was, you were, like, convinced most people haven't actually played the game. They're just, like, pressing buttons that made them happy in the past.
They just press buttons, and then the game says they won, and they're like, oh, sick, I did it? Like, awesome. Like, next time, I'll kind of press buttons like that again. Yeah. And it's like, that is not a bad strategy once you have the basis built in. So it's like, intuition gets layered on top of strategy. It's not a substitute for strategy.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, it's like somebody playing chess and they just move the pieces intuitively. And it's like, by moving the pieces intuitively, and if you don't think about the actual options that are occurring, if you don't think about what options the pieces can actually take, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of it. It's like, introduce more order. I want you to focus heavily on specific named mix-ups or named situations, and like starting combos only in specific ways and fleshing out the tree out of like that specific opening that you know what it is, rather than sort of like intuitively playing. And also stop doing those up airs.
Yeah.
um
Uh,
yeah, what were you gonna say?
I guess my last thing was like, what do you think of like watching players to like get ideas, like not even expressly just like going into it like, okay, I'm gonna look for like this situation, but just watching and being like I can just be like not even paying attention and just like brainlessly watching Melee, and then I'll see someone like do something that I never would have thought of. I'm like, wait, what? It won't even be like that special. Like I was watching like an M2K video, and it was like him talking about like a tier list or something. It wasn't even like related. I was just watching the gameplay, and he's playing Marth, and he just like forward threw a Sheik, and the Sheik, it was like they had their tech options, and he did like a down smash to cover like 2 out of 3 options. I was just like, what are you paying? But I was like, what? I never. It struck me sort of, and I guess I'm sort of like wondering, does it matter? Like, should I just like watch like the best Fox in this cases, or should I like watch who I think, like who I want to be like, or
You
what,
should
or like
watch.
who I think fits me?
You should watch all of the Foxes.
Okay.
That is the answer. Like,
Yeah.
sort of trying to model your playstyle around like a specific top player is usually not advisable, and I think that people who do that a lot of times get caught in weird traps. And so I think that like that thing you're talking about where you're just kind of mindlessly watching and then things jump out to you, it's actually really good that you have that.
Yeah.
So like that is like a really important way of learning from VODs that is separate from like conscious analysis, because like that'll happen even when you're just, watching a stream of a tournament or watching somebody play, watching a pro play on unranked. Like you're watching Cody just beat somebody up. Like things will jump out to you because they're unfamiliar, and you go, oh, okay, that's an interesting spot. And it's like that is a good supplement to like normal studying. But like what I would say is like literally, like if you have not watched through a lot of VODs of like all the top Foxes, like pretty much all of them, I would recommend you watch it.
Yeah.
Even down to people like Joyboy or something, like, or Slox, like you will get a lot of good stuff out of them. It's not like you're only going to get good things from watching Leffen,
Yeah, definitely.
So, but what I would say, and just to sort of rehash it again, like I would even have like a notebook of like try to break down situations into like things that you can describe with language. And I think that will significantly, and also try to practice those things very in a focused way, and I think that'll help a lot, because right now there's like a lot of like intuitive situations, and when you look at the game too intuitively, it's very easy to get overwhelmed and then sort of default to things. And like when you're doing those full hop back airs on him over and over, that like kind of tells me like that is a situation where like your intuitive model is overwhelmed with all the things Falco can do. And so your brain has just sort of defaulted to like, this option kind of works most of the time kind of safely without me thinking too hard about it. And so to get past that, a lot of times that is where like the focused analysis of like specifics matters more than anything. But do you have any additional thoughts or questions before we end?
I think that's everything.
All right. Yeah, hit me up if you're confused on anything, or if you feel progress from practicing anything in specific. I do get the sense of you being a little lost from your play of like where to go exactly, and so I'm trying to give you this like advice of like where to go specifically, but I really don't want you to end up overwhelmed or confused at anything. So like don't hesitate to hit me up if you're confused. Like I do want to kind of help you get past this hurdle.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, hope you have a good day, man. It was nice talking again.
All right.
And I'll see you later.
Yeah, later.
Phew. All right, that was fun. it's interesting to analyze the way everybody plays this game so differently, and like how I think people can improve in different ways. There's always so many different directions. Nice lesson. Thank you, Billy. I'm glad you like that. I'm always unsure. After every lesson, I always wait. I'm like, oh no, everyone hated it. And then one person says nice lesson. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick. I feel educated. Awesome. I'm not kidding you, Billy. Literally every time that happens, I'm always like, oh, I did a bad job. I don't actually think that. I never think that. But there's like definitely something inside me that's like, maybe you could have taught them better somehow. From your favorite pigeon. Alright, yeah. That's definitely a fine way to pay, Monty. Thank you. I'm practicing so I can beat up stupid Billy later. Stupid Billy and his good tech skill and his good understanding of the game. Hate that guy. Why can't he just be bad and fall into my traps so I can go pigeon mode? All of my homies love to hate Billy. Yeah, he's just too darn smart. It's messed up. If only he was dumber and easier to beat. And then I could complain that he was dumb. But no, I can't. I just have Billy PTSD now. I'm like, I must defeat him. He's too powerful. If only, I know, right, Billy? The pigeon thing is a hypothetical. No, I know. It's a funny joke. It was just like a random example that you brought up, but it ended up getting extended. Billy, do you want to play me in a set? We can play more later tonight, but are you down to play a set? You're playing Sammy? Well, forget that guy. Man, I'm so bad. Oh no, he knew about that? Should I play this guy again? He's kind of bad. So now I can say nice lessons. Sick. I only caught the end, but there was some good stuff. Yo, what's up, Kavon? Dude, I miss you so much, Kavon. We need to... I want to hang out so badly. How many more months do we have to do this? How many more? And now, even if we were like... Even if we decided to hang out, we couldn't. Because of the lockdown. Not that we were going to anyway, but... It's ridiculous, dude. The vaccine is like basically here too. Why Falco now? Because he's fun. Whew. Dude, I feel like this guy is awful, but I'm like not really paying attention and I keep dying. Alright. I will defeat you in the name of Billy Bo Peep. Stupid fox. You think you're good like Billy? You're wrong. What was that DI? What was that recovery? Is this guy really good? I don't think so. He ain't a Billy, that's for sure. That shield poked me? Oh, that was so bad by me. No! Alright, I want to beat this guy. I'm mad. I hate when foxes exclusively use that recovery. Oh, I'm bad. Okay, I'm winning this. I'm winning this. What was... Fine. Fine. Foxes that treat me like I'm bad, and then I do bad stuff, and then they hit me, it makes me so sad. I'm like, no, I swear I'm not that dumb. I swear. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I tried to down air. Okay. This is a pretty bad situation. I'm so sad. Missed my ledge dash. Give me one more. Give me one more, stupid fox. I feel like he's not good, but he keeps hitting me. He keeps hitting me with like stuff I'm not expecting him to use. Okay. Oh. Johns? Dude, yeah, I don't know. This is confusing. He's not moving like he's very good, but he keeps hitting me. Definitely useful in some sense. Oh. Secondary fox? Could be, yeah. Like, his movement's not smooth, but his neutral's not bad at all. Oh. Oh. Alright, alright. I accept the challenge. Got bodied. I know, right? It is hard. That was so dumb. Oh, I missed my edge cancel. Oh, I gotta just shield stop there. It's so irritating. $24, I get it. I was like, why did that guy say the SpongeBob meme? Now I understand. No! I know, it's difficult, right? But no, I'm not gonna do it. Should have shined. Dude, my ledge dashes are so bad today. Dude, sometimes people just don't DI like at all on up throw. It's pretty weird. Why are you not lasering? Because I'm trying to learn. Yeah, I gotta give this guy credit. He's surprisingly not bad despite being like pretty slow. Ginger thinks limiting yourself purposely is dumb. Do you? Does it look like I care what Ginger thinks? Like, I've been doing this for like 2 weeks. I respect what Ginger thinks about Falco, but I guarantee I understand improvement better than him. Sorry, not sorry. Like, how many characters does Ginger play well, top level? How many? Uno. I think I'm like scarred from playing Billy last night, dude. Yeah, it was bad. Oh, really? This guy's just like kind of hard to hit. And he just kind of doesn't really hit very hard when he combos, but he just hits like kind of like semi-hard. I can't get a read on him. Yeah, no, I don't even have a habit to laser anymore. Like, it's just not part of my Falco anymore. No! Everyone has their own learning style. Okay, I think limiting yourself to learn is like objectively good. So, we're just gonna have to disagree on that. Bro, I do not want to lose this game. No, he noob-read me. No, why would I go for it again? I thought he would never suspect it. I don't even know what I need to do against this guy. This is weird to play against somebody who plays like this. It's good practice, I'm sure. I probably need to, like, just pure whiff punish him more often. There's one. Oh, I gotta stop falling for that. I'm used to that working as Fox. Oh, that should have been a nair. Like, it should have been like the weak double jump nair. Alright, not bad, not bad. No! Oh, he might be a Falco main. Actually. I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually a Falco main. Yeah, he's definitely a Falco main. I knew it. I was like, dude, this Fox is so weird. 100% this guy's a Falco main. I take your challenge, sir, and I bop your Falco, because I'm much better at the matchup. Really? That shield poke? Interesting. Yeah, this guy's not bad. It's kind of like with Fox. Like, he makes kind of similar descriptions. It's not about today. Yeah, no, I'm playing Falco now. Zane's just taking Falco for a ride because he's bored and he thinks he's the best player ever. No, just kidding. It is kind of frustrating that like nobody even gets their shot at like a Zane. You guys realize that, right? Like Zane hasn't entered like an open bracket with Marth in like months. He literally just only entered SCL and then he entered Summit. That's it. And every time he enters open bracket, like we haven't gotten any Ginger Zane sets, for example, because every time Zane plays against Ginger, he only plays Roy. Yeah, dude, it feels like that. Like let people actually practice against your Marth, dude. And I get that it's like, yeah, sure, it's not fun. But like, at least let Ginger do it, dude. Stop trying to beat him with Roy, please. Like, just let us like actually enjoy the matches. No, I already did before. Dude, don't act like you need to like lecture me on this. We just changed the stream title and we forgot to leave it in, alright? So chill out. I don't like the way you're talking to me. Is platform camping good in the Ditto? It's okay. Falco's platform camping is pretty much universally good. Like, it's pretty much good against every character. Why would he do those lasers? Level 0.5 lasers. How many subs to clean your room? Bro, just donate $100 like the guy did last time and I'll clean it. Just for you. Okay. That was kind of like a test for him. I'm winning this game, by the way. I know this guy doesn't think I am, but I am. Still winning. Yeah, I knew that. I knew it. I knew it. No. Oh, that wasn't on purpose. Yes. Oh, why didn't I edge hog? I thought he was just dead. That was not the aerial I meant to do. I'm fine. Still fine. Still absolutely okay. Still totally fine. Definitely not fine now. Yes, I'm fine. Not fine. Darn it. I don't want to play this guy in freaking final either. Whatever. I just feel like I'm not in the zone right now to try. No Johns obviously, but like, holy moly. This is like way worse than the quality my Falco's been lately. Really? Interesting. Man, Falco with lasers beats laserless Falco so bad. This will probably be... I'll probably do this game, and I'll probably do one more game, and then I'm gonna... I really don't feel like playing today as much as I want to just work on my game, so... Uh-huh. Alright, I'm winning this one, and I'm gonna bop him the next one. Hopefully on Yoshi's or something. And then I will feel better and go play. Or not go play, go work. I'm playing now. Why do I fall for that every time? Once I can finally cover that, dude, everyone's gonna pay for that tech. I'm just bad still. The very conservative Falco player. Dude, that shield poked. I'm mad. I can't do anything. Come on, one combo. One combo, baby. Let's do this. One combo. Just give me that one combo. I knew he'd miss that. I knew it. One combo. I did not try to forward smash at all there. Yeah. Whatever. Alright, I'm winning this one. Forget this guy. Zero out of 10 tech skill right now. Of course he covered that. Dude, he just keeps covering the dumb stuff. I think that's definitely the way to beat my Falco right now. Is like just keep covering bad stuff over and over, and eventually I'll mess up. And just get hit by dumb stuff. It's not that I'm getting hit by the dumb stuff, it's that I'm getting hit by the stuff that covers the dumbest stuff. Like, if you just cover, like, the bad options over and over, like, inevitably, like, I will hit them at some point. Stop playing so conservative, dude. I'm playing without lasers. You can't even try to hit me. Without just hiding. Good practice. If I was more in the mood to play, I wouldn't have a problem playing against this. How's your mentality? Fine. No. I just don't really feel like playing a ton right now. I was just kind of trying to mess around and unranked and talk to chat, and then this guy started beating me, so I gotta give him the credit. End me. I hate this game right now. I'm so upset. Just trying to hit my tech skill, bro. You really gotta do that to a guy? I hate this guy. I don't officially hate this player. Get out of here. Alright. I gotta mess him up this stock to make myself feel better. Like I wanna hit the combo on this stock. I don't just wanna get the kill. Come on. Give me the opening. There we go. No. Why does he keep reading the roll? Am I that bad? I think I am that bad right now. Forget you, dude. I hate this guy. No, just let me play. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna play any more past this last one. No, I wanted the combo. Give me the. I want the combo so I can feel like justice has been dealt to this guy playing this safe against my unranked approaching no laser Falco. I'm not gonna get it, am I? I'm taking one more. I need the combo on this guy. Quit after you get the combo. I'll give him that. He's good at spacing around Shana's shield at the very least. I just don't want to play most of the game right now. And he's solid enough to at least make me play some of the game. And that's not what I want. Alright, we gotta get a sick combo on him this game, okay? Like I said, what he's doing is I don't want to play certain parts of the game. Like I don't feel like playing super serious mix-ups right now, and he's like playing super sweaty, which I can respect. I respect the sweaty. Like I respect him doing combos like that, but he's just super sweating, and I just literally just want to combo him. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's a good mix-up. If I lose this, we're doing another one. If I lose this, we're 100% doing another one. Stop playing so well, bro. Stop playing like actual laser camp game. Fight me. I respect it though. I respect the sweat. I don't. The disrespect on everything. Is he taunted me? Is he gonna leave? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I don't care. He's having his fun. I'm so mad. You're probably more mad than I am. I mean, I just didn't feel like playing against... Like, I don't feel like playing, like, delayed neutral while he's, like, lasering in the corner. So, it's fine. I didn't mean to blue balls you guys on not getting a sick combo. But, that's okay. Dude, what is it with people on unranked that always do that? I think I'm just as respectful on unranked too. Funny session, yeah. No, if I was actually trying to play the game right, I think that guy's like okay. Like he's not that good, but he's also not he's not bad. Like I think he was doing some decent stuff, but like if he was actually good, the way I was playing, he should have super been like doing nasty combos to me. And there weren't really any of those. It was more like just kind of like I was playing really dumb trying to just get the combo, and he was trying to play super safe against that. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes when I'm not playing. Oh, I just wanted to hit the guy, dude. Oh, what is this gross thing? Wait, let me see if I can tell what the guy's tag was, or if he's let me see. Earl? Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. If I played that guy when I'm actually trying to practice as Falco, I think it'd be fun. Like I think it'd be decent practice, but in the zone I'm in right now, I was just wanting to hit the guy. It's like not it wasn't the practice I was looking for right now, because I wasn't really looking for actual practice right now. I just kind of wanted to play. I'll raid Cody. I'm surprised the guy didn't come in here. I assume that if somebody's playing like that they're gonna like kind of pop into the chat and BM me or something. But he just like left after taunting. The classic. They have to take what they can get. Cody, can you unban me from his chat? Nah, if he wants you banned, then you're banned. I'm sorry. Alright, peace guys. Have a good one.